Very good morning. Welcome to Chartbusters. Well, this is the show where we highlight all the buzzing stocks of the day. We were bracing for fresh all-time highs. Maybe we'll have to wait for a couple of sessions more, maybe second half of today's trading session as well. Because as we speak, the Nifty is as flat as can be. The Nifty Bank is trading with a cut of around 50 points. And from yesterday's high, if you're looking at it, well, in fact, the Nifty Bank has corrected nearly around 350 plus points. Hey, Mangalam.
Hi, Nigel. You know, we're about 70 points high away from yesterday's high on the Nifty as well, 11,738 or thereabouts where it was. So it'll be very interesting to see where it goes by. The next couple of days, we have the big RBI event and also the weekly options expiry. And I was just looking at a few options. 11,700 call, that's the one that should come up for you. Close to around 11 lakh shares written for this week. These are the options that expire on this Thursday, which is the 4th of April. That strike should come up for you on your screen. 11,700 call, 11 lakh shares added out there for a premium of close to around 50 rupees. So maybe for this week, perhaps the bulls believe that, or the bears believe that 11,750 thereabouts is their territory, which is yesterday's high. But if the markets do sustain higher above that, then there could be a case of sharp short covering, given the fact that there is 11 lakh shares added out there. All
right, so that's about the options data. We'll get back to that. For the time being, let's focus on India March manufacturing PMI data. That's in fact shown a bit of a contraction on a month-on-month basis. So it's coming at around 52.6. That compares with the reading of around 54.3. We'll try to get in some more details. Why exactly are we seeing a lower PMI, manufacturing PMI data in a month of March? Remember, month of March is longer than February as well. So we have more number of days that are coming in there. So we'll have to exactly, get a couple of more data points. For the time being, this is just the headline that we have. Our ticker team will be, filling up the screen with more of that data points. But not too great. Remember, overnight we had good news coming in both from China. Yesterday, the Asian markets, they were quite buoyant on that front. And the other market as well, that's the US market. That market as well was quite excited in terms of economic data that came out of there. So we'll refer to that in just a bit. For the time being, let's run our viewers through all the top stories.
All right, so we go on to all our top stories that we're tracking this morning. Eicher Motors, that surges in trade, and this because the street shrugs off weak Royal Enfield sales data for March. Ashok Leyland's Vinod Dasari joins Royal Enfield as the CEO for the next 5 years.
And Zee Entertainment is under some pressure. In fact, the stock has recovered, though, from the low point of the day. The promoters sell 76 lakh shares in the open market between February 13th to March 29th. The company tells CNBC-TV18 that none of the lenders with whom the agreement has been signed have sold any shares. The understanding with the lenders stays firm.
Godrej Properties surges on the back of the fourth quarter update. The company records its best ever quarterly sales performance, sells over 2,900 homes with a booking value of at least 2,100 crore rupees in the fourth quarter.
Well, and Siant has tanked on the back of a profit warning. The company is expected to post lower than expected growth in quarter 4. Delay in large order of around $5 million will result in material drop in design-led manufacturing revenue.
All right, and just as we speak, we've seen a sharp knock on the Nifty Bank. The Nifty Bank is now sitting with a cut of about 0.25%, and majority of that has come in on account of ICICI Bank. The intraday chart of ICICI Bank should come up for you. It's about 2% off the highs of the day. That is ICICI Bank, and a sharp nick seen out there at the low point, which has taken the Nifty Bank lower. Along with that, it has a fair weight on the Nifty as well. So currently, the Nifty is dipped mildly into the red. Also pull up HDFC Bank. That has the highest weight on the Nifty Bank. That one too is closer to the lower end of today's trading range. However, having said that, from a market perspective, the frontline indices still mildly in the red, meandering around the flat line. So what should you do with your positions on the Nifty, or should you take any positions? We have Ashwani Gujral joining in. Ashwani, so far, so sideways, what does one do?
Well, on a lighter note, it is a national problem. Whenever we are crossing a milestone, we put so much pressure that it never gets crossed. Example is Sachin Tendulkar. It took 1 year to cross those 100 hundreds. But on a more serious note, I think the bank Nifty, the large private banks are now coming under pressure. And my sense is that given that upside momentum is slackening, my sense is that the bank Nifty is going to come under pressure, and that would much rather probably take us towards 11,600 rather than 11,700. So on rallies, the market looks like it wants to sell off. I think strong support only will come around 11,550 thereabouts. Having said that, individual stocks, Indigo is a sell with a stop of 1420, the target of 1360. HDFC Bank is a sell with a stop of 2330, target of 2250. And Dabur is a buy with a stop of 400, target of 421.
Okay, thank you very much, Ashwini.